caught my teacher watching the Devil's Hub 4K in my classroom. Now, the way this ended up happening was ultimately the most weirdest thing ever, but I remember one time I entered my classroom and there was a new teacher in there. He wasn't the usual teacher that I usually would have in my socials class, but it was some substitute teacher that was some big old fat guy that, let's just...
Everyone would expect a Discord mod to beat his meat, not a Giga Chad.
Nobody knew. And don't get me wrong, obviously I felt bad for the guy because apparently he was going through a divorce and stuff, but at the same time I can't blame.
Bro was built like Lizzo, Daddy Pig when they had a child.
The woman, unless she was legally blind. But going on though, I remember we all sat in that classroom and he was handing out a test that we needed to do from a week ago. Our teacher never ended up giving to us. And as he was handing out the test, I remember this teacher was literally bricked. Don't ask why I was looking down there. It was in my peripheral vision. Like, for God's sakes, he was standing right in front of me. What can I do, okay? I mean, other than that, he was bricked. And for some reason, all of us were laughing at that and most of the chicks were laughing in class. But what ended up happening next, let's just say, was really serious and not really funny. Fall for part 2. Trust me.
He is attracted to little kids.
Remember after my weird substitute teacher that was like really freaky and for some reason bricked in my class? I remember basically we were all just doing the test and out of nowhere we just see my teacher sitting on his laptop, putting on headphones and basically moving his hand really fast up and down. We didn't know what was going on. Some of us thought he was like, maybe writing on his notepad under his desk to assess the students. At least that's what I was hoping for. But some people...
Bro, your body count is over 9,000. Why do you believe that is the notepad? Or you have to stop the cap.
People were pulling out their phones mid-class and taking photos of the teacher saying that he was literally, let's just say, beating his eggplant. Yeah.
He has to stop the cap. He needs to stop making himself getting caught in 4K.
None of us had no idea what to say or do. So I remember as people were handing in the test, they were kind of like running there, dropping it off and running back. But I remember when I went to go hand out my test, I literally ended up going beside him. And what I saw was, I think, literally illegal to do in a classroom. But I mean, you guys have to fall for part 3. Trust me, you don't...
Be like everyone else. Run and get the hell out.
Remember after I finished my test and I went to go hand it in, as I was walking up to the teacher or the substitute teacher that was taking over from my original teacher, I ended up standing beside him and I literally handed him my test. But as I literally saw him on his laptop watching legitimately the Devil's Hub. But he wasn't watching any normal Devil's Hub. He was watching midgets, literal midgets.
Why was he watching CP?
It didn't make sense to me and I was panicking and I remember I was like, what in the world is going on? And then right as I basically started to move away, the teacher saw that and instantly shut down his laptop and slammed it down as if he was caught in 4K. It was the most weirdest and awkwardest thing and I remember he basically...
It's because he was.
He stood up, grabbed me by the arm that he used to literally beat his eggplant and basically dragged me outside saying, we need to talk.
I know he was a teacher, but still, I would beat the hell out of him. I don't want people's sperm on my shoulder. I don't want to see any more bullshit, so I will not subscribe to your full-length videos.